Hey guys, Cool Brick here, and I was requested to do a tutorial on this safari truck mock, and so I will. Just a warning, this is a really long video, and I'm going to be doing this truck as well as the trailer and the ATV. So I will be showing how to build all three items, and this is probably by now it's around like 20 or 30 minutes or something. So yeah. You can watch the whole thing or you can not watch the whole thing. I do go into a lot of detail in case you're an inexperienced builder. So yeah, let's get right into it. Here's what you're going to need for the truck. You can't totally see everything here, and that's because I kind of organized it into piles so that it's easier to go through and kind of do things step by step rather than sort of all at once. And it's also easier for me to remember how this thing was put together because it has a lot of pieces, so do keep that in mind. So I'll start with the main section of the chassis. So this is built on a standard car chassis, and you will need one of these. Let's see, so you're gonna need the fat kind of wheel, or not the fat kind of wheel. The wheel is the same, but you're gonna need the fat kind of tire for this, and then the axle you're gonna use is the inset axle, so one of these axles. And then you're gonna take your 2x2 plate in whatever color the body of the truck is gonna be. You're actually probably not gonna see this piece, so it doesn't really matter what color you make it. And you're just gonna put that on right there like that. And then you're gonna take your other axle and you're gonna take a 1x2 plate and just put it on there like that. And then you're going to take the socket of your ball joint tow hitch and you're going to put it on the other end of the axle like that so that it's sort of sticking out. And then you're going to take this and you're going to put it on the other end of the truck so that it looks like this. And then you're going to take this 2x3 and you're going to put this on back right here. And then you take one of these bracket pieces. It's kind of hard to see this because it's black, but it's going to be one of the kinds that has 4 studs on the bracket plate, or the bracket area, the area that's on the side. You're going to have 4 studs on there, and then the studs down here should be facing up. So it's not one of the ones that goes like this, it goes like that. And you're going to take this and you're going to put it on the front of the truck. Okay, so the next section will be the I think I'll make the hood next. So you're going to need this stuff over here. So you're going to take first of all, these are the wide kind of wheel arch. So make sure you have the wide kind. The normal kind won't fit over those fat tires. I keep saying that. Okay, so let's see. Hopefully I remember how to put this together. So you're going to take a 2x3 plate, and then you're going to put your 2 axles on the plate like this. And then you're going to take 2 1x2 inverted slopes that are preferably in the same color as your wheel arches, and you're gonna put them like that on the remaining space on that 2x3. And then you're going to take one of these, I'm not totally sure what these are called, but hopefully you can just figure that out. You're gonna take one of these, doesn't matter what if there's a sticker on it or not, but you do want it to be in the same color as the truck. And you're going to put it on like that. Then you're going to take a 2x2 tile and put it on a 1x4 plate. And these should all be in the same color as the body of the truck. And take another 2x2 tile and put it like the other one. And then you're going to take it and put it on here on those inverted slopes like that. And then you've got the front of the truck, so let's put that on. And this is going to go like this. so that the wheel arch goes right above the wheel, and then that you have the space in here. Okay, so the next thing we can do can be the front of the truck, or well, this is kind of the front. This is the hood section. I'll show you guys how to build the front bumper. So it ends up being really wide, but it just uses a whole bunch of these tiny little pieces down here. So this is a little bit tricky. Let me change this so that you guys can see this better. Okay, so you're gonna need 4 of these jumper plates in the same color as the truck. So you're gonna take 2 of them, and you're gonna get one of these modified 1x2 plates with a C-clip, and you're gonna use it to attach these 2 jumpers to each other, and then make sure it's all aligned. Just use a flat surface to get this aligned. Okay, then you're gonna take one of these round 1x1 tiles, a clear one, and you're gonna just put it on there like that. Okay, then you're gonna do the same thing again. Just take another one of these modified 1x2 plates, and again put it on these jumpers. Make sure everything's aligned and everything. And one of your small tiles, just stick that on there. So now you have 2 of these. Okay, so now what you want to do is take a 1x2 plate and a 1x1 plate and attach them to each other like this. And these you just want to use neutral colors, because this is really the only neutral color I had in 1x1 plates, so I used light bluish gray. So it's not super important what color you make these, I guess. Just make sure it's not like a really standoutish color. And then you're gonna take a cheese wedge in the same color as the truck, and put it on there like that. And let me just use this. Okay, there, now it's nice and aligned and everything. And you're going to take that and put it on like this, so that the cheese wedge is where the C-clip is, not where the light, but where the C-clip is. And then you're going to do the same thing with this one. You're going to put the cheese wedge on, and then you're going to put that on the other side, so just like that. And then you're gonna take these, and this is the tricky part. You're gonna take one of these 4 length bars, and then you're gonna attach it to the C-clip so that it's like perfectly touching the cheese wedge. Let me get this in focus so you can see. So you want it to just touching that cheese wedge so that it's the right length. And then you're gonna take your other assembly and do the exact same thing on this side, and you can see it ends up being just the right length to fit in between those. So now that you've made that, just make sure that this isn't, you know, like this, and that these are aligned. Then you're gonna just take your truck, and on that, in those 4 studs, you're gonna just attach this in the middle like this, so that you get it like that. So as you can see, this already took up a ton of pieces, and that's just the front section of this truck. Sorry, this video is just it's gonna be a long video. It's already really long as it is, but so get this stuff out of the way, and the next we'll do the side sections of this truck. So you're gonna take one of these. I don't know what these are called, but it's a 1x6 modified plate, and you want it in the same body color as the truck. And then you're gonna take a 1x4 panel piece, also in the same body color, and then you're gonna attach these twice, and you're gonna want one for one side and one for the other side. Okay, and then you're gonna take a 1x1 plate in either a neutral color or the same color as the body of the truck. I don't have 1x1s in orange, so I'm just using a neutral color, just light bluish gray. Then you're going to take some cheese wedges and you're going to put them on like this. So you're going to have one of these side panels look like this, and you're going to have the other side panel facing the other way. So you're going to have one like that and one like the other way. So then you're going to take these and you're going to put them on the truck so that the side panels are they're open on the inside, obviously. And you're going to want the cheese wedge at the back and the 1x1 plate at the front. Alright, so now we have it like this. So now I'm going to do the interior before we move on to the back, because I don't want to get things too cluttered up, because the interior, there's a lot of little detail things. So first thing you want to do is just take a, doesn't matter what color this is, you're not going to see this. In fact, technically this step is just, it's not really mandatory, but I just put it there because there was a tiny, I'll show you, there's just a little hole right in here behind the wheel where you could see in, and that brick just covers up that hole that's in there. So that's the only reason that I did that. So you don't have to do this, but I did it. So you can just get a 1x2 brick and put a grill piece on it. And then for your seat, you're going to take your seat and a round 2x2 plate and just put the seat on it. And we're done with that. Alright, so here's the tricky section, which is, making the steering wheel assembly. So you're going to take two 1x2 plates and attach them to each other in one of these hinge pieces. Now be careful, you're going to make sure this is configured like this, not the other way around, because these are configured differently sometimes. So make sure this is, like this, and with a 2x2 hinge on it. And then you're going to take your 1x2 plates and just put these on the bottom. And I just used the same color for the 1x2 plates as the hinge bottom. Okay, then you're going to take a jumper and you're going to put that on the top of the 2x2 space. You're going to take a lever, and there's no way I'm going to get this perfect on the first try. So I'm just going to put this in here like this. And you're going to want it on a bit of an angle, so that the angle is about like that. So as if it would just be barely touching that stud. So that's the kind of angle you're going to want on this. And then you can mess around with this, change the angle and stuff to be able to get the minifig to hold it like I did. If you watch the video on this MOC. But I'm not going to bother with the minifig in this tutorial because that's just going to take too long. And then you just take your steering wheel and just put that on the jumper. So now we're going to take our truck, and you're going to take that 1x2 brick and just put that in the farthest space to the front, which is right over there. And then you're going to take this whole assembly and put it in here like this. And you're going to want it angled back, but just so that it's not like, you don't want it to pass this line right here, because that's where your windshield is going to go. It's going to go kind of like this. So you want to just make sure that you don't go past that space. And then you're going to just take your seat, and it's going to go in back here. So between the steering wheel, or those plates that hold the steering wheel, and the seat, you're going to want 1 studs of space in there. It's kind of hard to see that, but hopefully you guys can get the right amount of space. Okay, so now I'll show you guys how to make the back. And the back is pretty simple. Just need this stuff, and get this in focus. So you're gonna take a 2x4, and you're going to put it on one of the wheel arches like this. You're going to do the same thing for the other side. You're going to take a 1x4 in the same color and just put it on there like that, so it's all covered up. Then you're going to just take these inverted slopes, and then you're going to just attach them onto the remaining places on the 2x4, so that it looks like this. and then you're going to just attach this to the back with those slopes facing to the back, like that. Alright, so now we have most of the truck complete. We just need to build the roof and the windscreens. So, here's some stuff. So this actually, these modified plates are not super necessary, but they create a nice detail. You just use these on the bottoms of the chassis. You just put these on here like this. Super simple. Do the same thing for this side. And now you've just got a little stepping area down here. So the windshield is, this is just, it's really easy to do. Alright, so you're just going to take one of the windshields, and hopefully I remember how to do this. You're going to take, let's see, I think, does it go like this? I think it goes like this. Hopefully I remember this correctly. Let's just check and see if this works. And, right, okay, so you're going to take those modified plates, and you're going to just put them on the windshield like that. And then these will just attach onto those two 1x1s that we put on there earlier. And those make good mirrors for the truck. And, so yeah, that's the front windshield. Back windshield, you just place it right here. Very simple. Don't have to do anything, you just put it on. Alright, so last thing to worry about for the truck is the roof. And the roof is a little bit complicated, but that's okay. So you're gonna want a bunch of these plates configured like this. So you're gonna take two 2x4s and put them next to each other like that. Then you're gonna take a 1x4 and put it in here like this, and your last 2x4 like that. And now we have a 7x4 plate. So it's a custom plate, and then you're going to take 4 of these, or you can just take 2 2x4 tiles instead of 4 1x4s, and you're going to just attach these together. This part might be a little bit tricky. Whoops. And you're going to just attach these like this. Got my other 2x4. You're going to just put these tiles on here, and you're going to take your last tile and put it on there like that. So you should be left with this, and the bottom should look like this. So this is the recommended way to do it for the strongest roof, and even this is, it's not strong at all, but this is the best way to do it so that it doesn't fall apart on you. Then you're going to take these modified 1x1 plates. Actually, I think these are modified tiles, not modified plates. But I keep them with my modified plates because they act like modified plates. Anyway, so you're going to just put them on here like this with the clips facing like this. And then you're going to take 2 of these 6 long bars, and then you're just going to put it on like this. And you can just use that little ring in the bar as your kind of marker, so that will go right next to this rear C-clip, so that you have it like this. And do the same thing for the other side. And then you're going to take your bracket piece, and it's the kind that looks like this with 2 studs. So yeah, that's the bracket you need. Then you just take 2 clear 1x2 plates, and these are a little bit unstable, so you're going to want to be careful not to like knock these off. But that just takes care of the light bar. And the last section is these little things, these little tooth details. So you're going to take a skeleton foot. I don't know where these came from, these black ones. And then you're going to take one of these tooth pieces, and sorry this isn't in focus, but here, now I'll get it in focus. And you're going to just put it on like that so that it's facing downwards. And you're going to do that same thing for the other one. So it's kind of tough to get the proper angle on these. And then you're going to just take these, and in that 2x2 space, you're going to just put these on here like this. And this just adds some nice detail to the truck. And then you're going to just take your roof and just place it on here. And wow, I screwed up something. Or did I? Oh no, I didn't. It just looks like I messed it up because there, it was just a little bit misaligned. For a second I thought I somehow made the roof too long or something. So anyway, that's the truck for my safari truck. Well, this is the truck section. So now we'll move on to the trailer. Okay, so this is basically what you're going to need for the trailer. I'm going to try and make this as fast as possible. So you're going to need, let's see, how long is this? This is a 10. You're going to need two 2x10 plates, and you're going to need a 4x6, and then you're going to just attach them like this so that there's just one stud space hanging off. You're going to put the other one on. Okay, then you're going to take one of these modified 1x4 plates, or you can just use two of those 1x2 plates to get the same kind of effect, although it may be less strong as this. So next thing you're going to do is you're going to take this, and you are going to take a orange 1x1 plate, or a trans orange and a trans red 1x1 plate, put them on like that. Do the same thing on the other side, and same thing on this side, and then you're going to take a 2x2 plate and you're going to just put it on there like that. We're going to keep that for later. Next thing we're going to do is, whoops, so you're going to take, or actually you're going to take a 1x2 modified plate like this with two clips on it, and take a jumper plate, and you're going to take a 1x1 plate, put that on the jumper, and you're going to take a 1x1 tile and put that on the plate. Then just push it against a flat surface to make sure it's all aligned, and then actually attach this to another modified 1x2 plate with a bar. Then do the same thing again. Take your jumper and your plate and your tile, put it against, make it nice and smooth, and then put it on your bar. Also keep these for later. Okay, next thing we're going to do is you're going to take a 1x4 plate and you're going to put a grill piece on it, and then you're going to take two of these pieces. Not totally sure what they're called, but they're kind of 1x2 slope, and you're going to just put those on the plate, and then you're going to put these on the trailer itself right here like this. Then you're going to take two cheese wedges in the same color as these slopes, and you're just going to put that like there, and this one on the other side. Then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your wheels, and these go right here, I believe. Oops. And then you're going to take your other one, put it right next to it, and then the other two just go across. You can put a 2x4 plate right here if you want to make it a little bit stronger, but I didn't, because I really just don't see it as necessary. And then next thing you're going to do is take this 1x4 plate, and then you're going to put another two of these slopes over here, and another grill piece, put that in there. And you're going to take these bar pieces and just place them on the ends of this like that. And then you're going to take the other end of your tow ball hitch, and you're going to put it on here. And the last thing you're going to do is take these clip things that we made earlier, and you're just going to put these on the sides. And the last thing you're going to do is just put your ramp on like that. And that's the trailer. So now we'll do the ATV. The ATV. Okay, so the last thing we're going to make is the ATV. again, sorry this was just such a long video, but I did want to make sure to go into detail with everything, make sure even if the builder's inexperienced that they'll still be able to get it right. And I did want to do a tutorial on all parts of this, not just the truck. So anyway, you're going to just take a 2x6 plate and put two 2x2 plates on it underneath. And then you're going to take an axle, and this is the not the inset kind of axle, this is that kind of older kind of axle. And then you're going to just take it doesn't really matter what rims you use, just make sure you use the thin wheels, so the kind of rims that fit into these thinner tires. And then you're just going to place these on the onto those 2x2 plates. Then you're going to take a bracket piece that looks like this, and then you're going to take a 1x1 cylinder and another 1x1 cylinder, and then you're going to put that on the bracket, and then you're going to take the bracket and then you're going to put it on here. It really doesn't matter what side you do this on. And you're going to take your other bracket, and these won't attach, but it does fill in that space in between. And you're just going to put it on the other side. And you're going to just do that so that it fills up that space in there that you see. So they don't actually attach where those studs meet, but there are no cracks, which is good. And then next thing you're going to do is you're going to take one of these wheel arches, and you're going to take another bracket piece. You're going to it's going to be the kind that goes on like that, and you're going to take a 1x2 tile, and you're going to take a jumper plate, put it on there behind, and then on the other end of the bracket you're going to just put a clear 1x2 plate. Oops. There we go. And you're just going to take a modified tile with a C-clip, and then you're going to take your handlebars and just place that on there. And then this goes on either end of the truck, like I said, or of the ATV. Like I said, doesn't matter right now. And then the last thing you're going to do is take a bracket, like the kind you used on the underside of this. So this kind, you're going to take a 1x2 trans red plate, and then you're going to put this on under here so that it's like that. And then you're going to take these modified 1x2 plates, and you're just going to go like this. Put them on here, and then you're just going to take your bar piece and put it on there. And there you go, that's your ATV. And yep, so that's all the parts of this. And if you want to see how this stuff works together, you can go check out my the video on this entire MOC. So I hope you guys like this tutorial video, and as always, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.